Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We did have tacos again because we are real taco lovers in this house. Anyway, welcome to the Craft Box. It's me, Christy. We are going to do something really cute tonight. I hope it turns out. I have not tried this before. So I am your guinea pig and we are going to do this together. So when you hop on, say hello. This is a really cute craft that I'm sure you guys have seen before. We aren't really doing too much different. I'm just kind of trying it out for the first time. You guys gotta excuse my hair. I am just a mess. I am sorry. I am a little late coming on here tonight. We had a little emergency. Somebody ran out of gas. So I had to go save them. So that's all I'll say. Anyway, so we are here and we are going to try a crushed can for the first time. So if you guys have not seen this yet, I'll kind of go over what this is because I did already kind of crush my can. We are going to incorporate some napkins, which I have sent out to some of the followers already. So make sure you are sprinkling my page so I can send you some because I do have plenty of these guys and I want to be able to share. So that's what we are going to do tonight. When you hop on, say hi, stay for a while, see what I'm creating, and we'll see how it comes out. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to show you guys, if you've never done this before, you've never seen it before, I'm going to kind of show you guys what this entails. So this is just a regular vegetable can or soup can or any type of can that you have. You just have to make sure it doesn't have that lip at the bottom because that's not really going to work for these. But we're going to go ahead and try it out. So basically what we're doing is we're taking our recycled junk and we're going to turn it into something pretty. So I did take a can, and what I did is I took a can opener and I cut out the top and the bottom. And when I did that, I kind of squished, I don't even know what I'm saying, squished the bottom, and I crushed the bottom of the can. So if you see, it's flat, but it does have kind of like an oval shape, and then it basically makes like a little pocket. Now you could use any can for this. The wider the can, the better the pocket will look. And we also, I'm going to be doing this one another day, but I did get Rob to help me. But we're actually going to be making a big pocket one day. So this is a big old, like the family size or like the ones that they use for like church picnics and stuff. Green beans, whatever. I think this one was the peanut one. So it makes a really big pocket, and this definitely would make a big statement piece. So, but we're gonna work on the little one today. So when you hop on, say hello. Now what we're gonna be using is just some white chalk paint. I've got my glue gun plugged in. I've got my heating element so that we can dry it really fast. Your favorite napkin, some scissors, Mod Podge, and we're good to go. So hopefully everything kind of comes out good today. I'm also gonna embellish this with a couple of things that I got at IKEA. So if you guys didn't see the reel, I did go over a little haul that I did, so I'll go over it with you real quick. I did end up getting some cute little faux cactuses. I think these were $2 or $3. I'm going to open this up actually because I haven't even opened them yet, and I'm super excited to see what they kind of look like. I think they're already in a little pot, and we are actually going to dress these up a little bit. So that is... maybe that will be our next little craft that we do. Oops, it just kind of flew out. Okay, so definitely we get to embellish this part, make that part better. They're fake little cactuses, but they come in cute little white pots, which we can decorate as well. So I got 2 packs, guys. I might even do a giveaway for one, so we'll see what happens. I also want to go over a couple of ideas that I have coming. So I know if you guys saw my post, I did post about a vacation idea, and I do want to roll that out to you. I was on my way somewhere to pick up some supplies, but I got a phone call and I needed to go see somebody. So I didn't end up doing what I was going to do, so that's why we're trying this one out tonight. I also at IKEA got some really cute fruit towels. And the fun thing with this is we're actually going to be, that's our next theme. So for the month of June, we're going to do all things fruit. Obviously, you guys know I mix it in with a lot of other things, but I like to kind of, we're going to do a lot of cute little fruit crafts they already have planned in my brain. So we'll take a look at that. And then also IKEA they have red. They didn't have other colors, but they had red. Hi, welcome in. They had red jute, which we're definitely going to use for this project. And they also had this raffia. Now, I want to show you guys what I mean by that. If you've never heard of that term or if you haven't heard of that name before, raffia is kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know if this is real raffia, but I think you can spread it out. I've never seen this at IKEA before, but yeah, you can spread it out. So usually it's a lot thicker at the stores, at the craft stores. But it's super cute when you kind of unravel it. I can't speak tonight. And, oh, there we go. So you can't really unravel it, but it kind of looks like, hay, but red, like kind of like a straw. What I would basically compare this to is if you get a bunch of it together and kind of put it in strips, it kind of looks like the grass skirt, which that's what I call raffia. I could be saying it wrong, just like I did the boba tea, but that's okay. So we've got the actual red color. And this I really like because this is just really cute to add embellishments on our patriotic crafts. So I got that. I think it was like $1 or $2. And then, of course, we're going to be using the red tonight. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start painting so I can start drawing. And what I'm going to do is now you could put antique wax on this beforehand or afterhand. The only thing with these is sometimes those labels stick on there pretty good. I did try to sand a little bit off. It wasn't the best. So you could actually take your heat gun. And be careful when you're working with metal and your heat gun, guys, because it does get really hot. A few people kind of learned that the hard way. But you can kind of soften up the tag and kind of wipe it off once it gets hot. That sticky will actually come off really easy. And that's with anything. If you guys get like a cup at a store and there's always a tag underneath, just stick that heating element underneath there and it comes right off. It's kind of like Goo Gone. I don't even know how to use that stuff. I've always used like heat and it always works. Just you don't have to get it wet. Now I am going to get a baby wipe out so I can wipe it down. It's not going to get real wet. But like I said, when you're doing this, make sure that you've got something, see what I mean? To protect yourself because it's very, very hot. That got hot very fast. I didn't even realize how hot that was going to get. So you may want to get your finger savers out or, you know, something to kind of hold in there, you know, however you want to do it. So I'm going to just stick my paintbrush in there. And then you just kind of wipe all that gunk off. Unless you don't care, you can keep it underneath the paint. So it's no big deal. So I'm just going to wipe a little bit off just to kind of make it good. There we go. All right. Now this is probably going to take 2 coats. So we do have some time to kind of chit chat. I'm using the Waverly chalk paint. I'm using the color white. You could use any color you want. We are going to do a patriotic one. And then we're going to incorporate some flowers. Now, I had one of my viewers, Ginger, suggested that we do some type of, I'm going to pour a little bit out. This seems to be drying out on me, so I'm going to have to figure that out. One of our viewers actually suggested when we made the cute little tier trade, put this over here so I don't get it on top of that. I'll get that axis off so we don't waste the paint. One of my viewers suggested to me that we do a little like centerpiece in the middle of that tray that we made when we made those cute little firecrackers. So it got me thinking and I'm like, how cute. And then of course we're doing flowers. This is our last flower for the series. I know we haven't done a ton, but I did, try to mix it in. So if you're not a flower person, you can still kind of join us and see what else we make. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of make a little flower arrangement when we're done, but we're going to make this cute little pocket. So that is what we're going to do. And I am just kind of I'm going to cover both sides with this, and I think I'm going to do a second coat. I should have grabbed something to hold this with. I'll probably just use my scissors. So when you hop on, say hi. How was everybody's Memorial Day? I hope that we all had an enjoyable one and we spent time with family and friends, because that is pretty much, why we fight for what we fight for in our freedom. It's all about family. It's all about our friends and loved ones. So definitely, I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day, and we all kind of was grateful for what we have. That is kind of what I celebrate. I'm grateful for all the loved ones that sacrificed and, had us all safe so we can be with our loved ones. So I'm going to probably hold this like this, and I'm going to do both sides. I'm probably only going to do the back side with one coat just to kind of uniform it, because we're not going to see the back part anyway. Now this would be really cute hanging in a bathroom, or maybe an entryway, some of the small places in your home that you might not think to decorate. Even a little, like, in your laundry room, because it's not a very, like I said, it's not a very big piece. It's not like the big can, but it's a smaller piece to kind of add a little flair and fun to some of your smaller places in your home. Or you can give it as a gift. You can put a little gift card in here, or a regular little note card, and give it to your neighbor. This would also look cute in a little, by the doorbell, if you have a little spot where your doorbell is. Hi, how are you? I don't know who's on here, so come say hi, because it doesn't tell me. Unless I see you talking, I don't know who's on. So these are really cute, especially with like the smaller, like, mobile homes. If you know somebody that lives in a little mobile home, this is really cute. Doesn't take up too much space. And you guys can do this it's an everyday craft. So you don't have to do it for just any season. You can do it for as many little seasons as you want. You can incorporate any type of napkin, or you can use everyday napkins. All right. So I think I'm going to take my scissors and kind of hold it on there. And then I'm going to take my heat gun. Make sure you're sprinkling out this video at the end, because I do have more giveaways, and we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the week again. If you guys already have your napkins, the ones that did get napkins from me already, this might be something that you're interested in using one of them for. I hope you guys like what I picked. I hope you guys like your giveaways so far. Make sure you're sprinkling out to your friends so they can get some as well. This is our front. And chalk paint, what I like about chalk paint is it does dry pretty fast, so we won't be here too long. So what did everybody cook for Memorial Day? My boyfriend was finally off for the first time in forever on a holiday. He always works holidays. And he was able to smoke a beef brisket, and it was really good, you guys. I wish you guys can taste it through the phone. Okay. I don't want to dry out my chalk paint here, so I'm going to move that. All right, so again, we're gonna do one more coat on the, and this is still hot, so I'm gonna hold on to my scissors here. We're gonna do one more coat on the front, just to kind of give it enough coverage. And like I said, you can sand it. You can do 2 or 3 coats if you want. I'm just gonna do 1 on the back to make it uniformed and 2 on the front. And then we're going to put our napkin on it. What I like about the smaller cans is these napkins. These are the smaller napkins. They actually, they fit kind of perfect. So I'm probably gonna trim some of the trim off. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna kind of just spread on another little coat here, and then we'll work on the napkin while that's drying. And there's no, you know, right or wrong way to do it. I just kind of brush it on. And you can, we can definitely make it to where it looks a little bit more whitewashed, or we could make it a little bit more primitive later. All right, I think that is all I'm going to do for that. So let me go ahead and wipe my fingers off, and we're gonna put it to the side. All right, so you guys can see me, right? I hope you, do you like the lighting a little bit better? I like this light. I'm sorry there is a glare in my glasses. There's nothing I can really do about that. I need them to see, to see what I am doing. All right, let me just wipe. I'm gonna put the cap on this because I believe we're gonna be done with this now. I'm just gonna wipe it off real quick. You guys, I love the baby wipes. They're good for everything, including get paint off your fingers. All right, so this is the napkin we're gonna use. Now, I think it is a 2 or 3 ply. I got this one from Home Goods, I believe, or you may have gotten one from me already. You could use any of the ones that you want. Another cute one was the doggy one that I sent out. You can put doggy treats in that and give it to your neighbor if they have dogs. Put little doggy treats in it. That would be a very cute little gift. A lot of people don't think about some of the other holidays, you know. All right, so what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Mod Podge on my finger, believe it or not, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of tap the back of this so I can peel it off, because it is a 3-ply napkin, so you wanna make sure you're down to 1 ply. That's what we're going to do, so the 1 ply. And just carefully peel it apart. And you can stick that to the side because we're not going to use that. Now I cut it. So let me use my other scissors here. They're a little bit smaller. And I'm going to just go ahead and cut that square. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the side border on the truck. But I'm going to keep the bottom border. And you'll see why in a minute. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're not really going to see the little, you know, cut marks or anything. Just want to make sure it looks a little uniformed. You don't want to cut any part of your design off. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to cut up and just take that side piece off, because I don't need that to show. And you guys, these are really easy peasy. I don't even think we're gonna be on here very long. So see how that is a perfect fit? You guys see that? How perfect it is? I love the little cans. And even if you get a little taller one, you can actually take this piece right here and put it on top. And look how cute that looks. It's more framed. So there's not going to be room on this can to do so, but if I had a taller can, that's what I would be doing. And you can save these scrap pieces for if you want to do another project. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of Mod Podge and I'm going to put it on my surface. And then, trying to find a brush. I'm going to use this brush. Actually, that's a good brush. I'll use this brush, it's a little thicker. I was looking for a different brush to use for the Mod Podge part. Yeah, I'm going to use this brush. Alright, so want to make sure this is completely dry. So this was really easy to do, so we're done with this. So let me go ahead and dry this a little bit more. Make sure your napkins don't blow away. Oh my goodness gracious. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I know technology was not our friend at work today. I don't know about you guys, but our technology has been going crazy lately. And as you can see, you're kind of still backwards, so my Facebook keeps resetting to the old Facebook. I don't know what it is. I'm going to meet with my friend, hopefully later on in the week, and see if we can get it going correctly. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, this is pretty dry. This is pretty dry. So let me show you what this looks like. It's probably still hot. Okay, so this is one coat, you guys. So see how it's still showing through? And this is 2 coats. And this is how it dried. So now you can use matte or gloss, whatever finish you want. I just happen to have the gloss out and I'm okay with that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the gloss piece. So we are going to put some on here. Just put it on. Make sure I clean that brush. I don't want to use it by accident. Alright, and then if your can is still hot, use your scissors. You can open up your scissors to your width, whatever you need, to hold it in place. And you don't need to really get the sides too much as you do the actual top piece. Like the middle part, because that is where our napkin is going to lay. Make sure it's a nice and even coat, so you don't have a big glob. I probably put a little too much on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to smooth it out, especially in those grooves, you guys. Now those grooves on a can, we can't do anything about it. So that is going to come through and show on the truck, but that will be fine. You'll see the way it looks, so it'll still be really cute. Let me get this excess off. Okay. All right, now you can straighten your can toward you so it's nice and straight. And I'm gonna put the border right on the bottom of this pocket. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, by now it should be cool enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at the bottom and just kind of take my finger, because it is gonna stick pretty good, and just kind of go up in little areas. Just make sure you pull it, not too tight because you don't want to rip your napkin. And luckily you have a few spares if that happens. You'll have to tear it off. But you just want to do it very lightly because that Mod Podge is going to stick on there pretty good. So I'm just kind of putting it in the grooves. I'm using the grooves as my guideline on where to kind of spread it. And like I said, it's not going to be like a smooth surface because your can isn't, but you do want to make sure you try not to get those little air bubbles in there. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is looking really cute. I've never tried this before. Has anyone ever tried this? Leave me a message in the comments if you've ever tried this before. You guys like my outfit? I got this little top at Ross. It's very oversized and it's very long, and it's comfy for like the summer nights that get cooler. Okay, there's one little wrinkle I don't like, so I'm going to try to take it back and fix it. Okay, better. Oh, you guys, this is going to be so cute. I'm excited about this already. You guys have to try this. It's so easy. The can part is probably like, and be careful on the edges, you guys. The can part is probably your like the hardest part, and it's not even that hard. Some people actually like squish it with their foot, so that's kind of what I did. And then I kind of used a hammer to put the clips together, or to put the ends together. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. Now, some of the sharper edges, if you don't sand it off, I'm noticing they are coming through the napkin a little bit. But we're still gonna paint over it, and it's gonna look cute. All right, where's my napkin? Oh my gosh, you guys, can you see this? Look at how cute. Look, it's our pocket. It's so cute. Okay, I can't wait till this is done. All right, now I'm gonna just heat dry it. Okay, so it's gonna stick to the actual. I don't want to burn it too much, but I'm gonna hold it a little bit away from it, so you're not trying to burn your napkin. But that Mod Podge will stick to it. Just make sure all your edges are in there. I'm just gonna hold it away and dry it fairly quickly. Who's on? Who's on? Say hello. Oh, my end's coming down a little bit. All right, so just a little bit more Mod Podge on your brush because my end came up a little bit. And I just want to make sure it's on there good. So we're going to just go on the ends and just kind of make sure that it's in there, that it's attaching. I think the heat gun didn't do very good with it, but that's okay. We're going to keep going, keep going. Just keep swimming, just like Dory. All right. So you could go ahead and Mod Podge all around it. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. Just do very, very careful. I'm just trying to get my ends here. That way I can just kind of go in and do a little bit of the Mod Podge. I think that's what we're going to do. So if you're not comfortable with putting it on there, which sometimes it could gloop up and then it'll ruin your napkin, you can put a little bit on parchment paper or a paper plate and then just kind of dip your brush in and just pretend you're painting it. And this brush is actually probably the better one to use, or a brush is better than a foam brush, because the little brushes, you could actually get in the little grooves like this. So you know it's going to attach. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. This is so cute. So tell me, if you do make this, who you would give it to, or would you keep it for yourself, or would you do more than one? When you have a napkin, you're going to have 4 of these. And I know you all make vegetables, and I know y'all eat soup. So you're going to have enough. There's almost nothing to the materials for this. This is an easy, easy project. Mod Podge you can find at Dollar Tree. You can find it at Dollar Tree or Michael's. It's very, very inexpensive even at the craft stores. And it's the same bottle. It's basically this size bottle at Dollar Tree. You do not need to put a lot of Mod Podge on here. I would just give it a cute little, just a cute little coat. It's really cute, you guys. That's why I'm loving it. But I would just give it a nice little coat. That's it. You don't need to put a lot on there because you don't want to ruin your napkin either. Okay, that is attaching very well. Okay, You guys, isn't this the cutest little pocket out of a crushed can? Okay, now we're going to talk about the inside. So I just happen to have a little, some flowers. Obviously, these you can find at Dollar Tree too. I have not seen these this year. I think these came last year. They're the red, white, and blue carnations. I'm just going to kind of put a little arrangement together. Now, another idea I have for you is I think you can find these at Hobby Lobby, and they're 2 in a pack, 2 or 3 in a pack, and it's a cute little like windmill. So that's what I'm gonna also, I think, put in my pocket. Now, obviously, you want something for it to stick to. So you could put floral in here, you can put foam in here, you could put styrofoam in here. You could put plastic bags, maybe just one. You could put tissue paper. I'm going to go ahead and try to put some polyfill. I'm not going to put a whole lot. I just kind of want to fill the bottom with something so I have something to kind of glue my flowers into. Now, I just put a little bit in the bottom just so you guys can see. Now, what I'm going to do first, though, first things first, is we want this to hang, obviously, because it's not going to stand up by itself. So, you can, if you're brave enough, or if you have a husband, boyfriend, whatever, or if you have a drill and you know how to use it, props to you, go girl power with your tools. I don't have the tools right now, so I'm not going to do it. But you could drill a hole in here, make a knot with your jute, big enough so it doesn't come through, and you can hang it that way. I'm going to use the glue gun because that's just what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to use the glue gun. So that's what we're doing. I have tools at my leisure. Is that how you say it? But it is the day after Memorial Day. We all had to go back to work today, or most of us did. And I just don't have the energy to get it out and deal with all of that. So we are going to do glue. And it's going to be okay. Now, always leave yourself extra. Remember how I tell you guys to cut twice, or measure twice, cut once. My God, I almost told you the wrong thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make big knots at the end of these. So I'm going to try to make it to where there's something for the glue to hold on to. And then we can always trim the ends later. So I want to kind of line my knot up so I can make it as big as possible. Hi, welcome. All right, so I put a knot in that side. I'm going to put a knot, and you kind of want to eyeball it to see about how big you want it. I think I want mine about that tall. So, hi Cindy, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I had fun yesterday. We're making a little patriotic pocket with flowers today. So we are still incorporating our flowers. I finally got to see who's live. It's not showing me. Or unless it's somebody else, but I saw Cindy was on. So at least Facebook might not be up to date. Facebook might be behind on telling me who's on. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of hot glue the two sides. Let me get my finger savers out. Do you guys like my lighting tonight? This is what we're making. All right, so let me get I'm going to make sure I have a thumb on my thumb because I'm going to hold that in there. So you can put it on the back, you can put it on the side. I'm going to put mine on the side, kind of like how you would hold like a pocketbook. So I'm just going to put a nice little glob of glue there. And then I'm going to put my knot down in that glob of glue. I can't speak tonight. No. Yes, you can be creative. That is why I'm here. That is why I created this page. So let me show you something while this is gluing down. You see those words? I know they're backwards, but they say believe. And I put that there because I believe in you. I believe in everybody, that everybody can get creative. And that is why I started this page. So that I can share my crafts and my ideas. And everybody can kind of, when I'm building, I've had people suggest things to do. And that's your creative side thinking. And these have been done before. This isn't really my original idea, but I've never tried a crushed can pocket. Have you? I love them. I think they're so cute. Okay, that's nice and tug in there. Now, obviously, you don't want heavy things in here. Otherwise, your pocket might fall apart. But we're just going to do a nice, just little light arrangement inside. You could also, Cindy, you can also do these with bigger cans. We're going to do the small one tonight. But everybody sprinkles my page is getting like giveaways, so I'm giving away napkins. And that's what we're using this out of. We're using this as we're using the napkin. But we are going to do a big one soon. It's just my first one, so. Yes, baby's breath. I don't think I have any. I'd have to look. My flowers are on the other side of my craft room, but I did have some other flowers that I was going to put in here. But yes, baby's breath. See? See? That's you being creative. That is what I'm telling you, people. You can do it. I am all about encouraging each other. See? You just proved yourself wrong. You could do it. I just love to do this stuff. You know it. You know why. I got a creative mom and a creative dad, and I just love doing this stuff. So, but basically we use chalk paint to paint it, and then if you missed the beginning, and then we just Mod Podge that together. And that it's kind of still drying, but I'm going to kind of leave it be because we don't really need to do anything else with it. Okay. That is in there pretty good. So see how it's like a little hanging pocket? Now, later on, if we decide we want it shorter, or we could always do that. Help me do something with pictures of the grandkids. Yes, you can. So you know what you could do? You know what you could do? You could do a big one like this. You could put the pictures in little flowers and make like this like a garden scene, or you could do it with like the bigger ones from Dollar Tree that actually stand up, and you just go to Walgreens, get all the kids get all the pictures of the grandkids, put them all in a little middle of a flower, and then make yourself your grandchild your little garden of grandchildren. That was so cute. I did one for my grandmother when I was little. And I put my face, just my face, and we made it with Shrink-It ink. We just drew them out, and then we put it in a real plant. She loved it. She loved it. That would be so cute. That would make a really cute gift as well. So, definitely, definitely. Okay, now, I'm going to go ahead and stuff my polyfill. I was saying earlier you can put tissue paper, you can put moss, you can put anything in here. I just happen to have the polyfill, so I just want something there to kind of hold my pieces in there. Or you don't have to necessarily put that, but it does kind of help it stay in place. So these are the flowers I found. These I got last year from Dollar Tree, and then I've got like these little, they call them hydrangeas. I know we are still used to the very big bushy hydrangea that looks like that. But we're just kind of going to scatter them in there. So I think I want to do one little embellishment too. If I have the pieces. I think I have the pieces. So we might do one little embellishment too. I hope you're having fun watching. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little glue on the end of my flower. And you could always design what you want. I kind of did already. But we're going to go ahead and just stick it in there. I'm going to do this one on the side. Just like that. And it'll hold on to whatever's down there, whether it's the moss or the tissue paper. You could put a little paper bags that you get for like the paper bag lunch. That'll even work. You can cut it down to size if you want a smaller piece too. But that just kind of holds it in place so it's not flopping everywhere. You'll see once we put it all together. I think I'm going to put my little carnation next. So just another little dab of glue on the end. It does get a little stringy, so just be prepared for that. And just kind of stick it down in there. You could also use the floral, foam that you get at Dollar Tree too. So I recommend measuring it prior, but that's all right. I'll cut it down a little bit more if you need to. I'm gonna put some more blue hydrangeas. And this is like super cheap and easy to do. So I hope you try it. And it's something to do with the grandkids too. Like they can do all the stuff except for the hot glue part. If they can cut and paint, it's really fun for the kids to get them involved with things. Especially summer. Did anybody hear the words "I'm bored" yet? Because I know that was like the #1 thing kids said to me when they were on summer break, as "I'm bored." Those words are dreaded by parents. Yes, it would be. It's super, super easy. Just take yourself a little trip to Dollar Tree, get a couple supplies, save your cans. Save your cans. I'm going to put the other one on the end. I'm just kind of holding it there. And then I'm going to put the other one up top. So, oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. I'm trying to see if I have my little stars I had the other day. You know what, we can use maybe one of those. I kind of want to embellish the pocket a little bit. We'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and put this in here. I'm running out of glue. I definitely need a new glue stick. And just kind of hold it. It just kind of holds it in place. This is why I put them on the side, so it's not too top heavy. But look at how cute that is right now. All right, so this is the other things I wanted to do with this. So I think I'm going to take a piece of, I was just telling everybody I got this from IKEA, and it's like a raffia type of material, kind of like a grass skirt, but it's red. What I think I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna grab another glue gun. Thank you. I hope you like it. I'm just here to inspire, and I never made one of these before, so I'm your guinea pig. All right, I put another glue stick in here because what I want to do is I kind of want to decorate and just embellish it a little bit. So I'm going to take this little raffia stuff that I bought, and I got this at IKEA. A very strange place, I know, but you gotta look everywhere for your craft materials. You'll find them everywhere. I kind of want to double knot this and make kind of like a bow. Oh, you guys will see in a second what I mean. I just kind of want a little, there you go. I just tied a little bit, I just tied a little something there, but I'm not done. I'm going to do one more thing. I think I'm going to do another one like I just did. And this stuff was super cheap. It was like $2. Or you could use any ribbon you have or jute. I was going to put jute on this, but I don't know if I want brown on it. I could put some red, but I want to see what it looks like with this. And I'm trying to make my knot in the same place as the other one. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. I need more on this side. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach it to my other piece and loop it through the bottom. to do. See, sometimes you just have to play with it. Because I kind of want a few little pieces kind of hanging out like that. Oh my gosh, that's so cute, you guys. All right, so I think I put them away. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I have these little wooden pieces and I want to use a little star. A little star or something. I think I'm going to use the firework. The firework is going to be so cute. So these little wood pieces you can find at Dollar Tree. These came from Hobby Lobby, I think, in a big pack. My mom shared this with me, so, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to paint it white real quick and let it dry, and then I'm going to glue it at the end. That's what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and actually just do this. It's a smaller piece. Oh, I'm excited. See, I like doing things with you guys because you never know. Or should I do blue? There's a lot of red to it. You know, I think I'm going to do blue. Let me do the end white. I'm going to do the top and the bottom white, and then I'm going to do blue. So it's different colors. Ooh, there's a little fly in here. I get so concentrated sometimes and I totally forget y'all are here. All right. We're going to do this. I'm using the same paintbrush just because it's got barely any paint on it. I'm just tapping into the cap piece. This is my trick when you're painting and you've got your acrylic paint. You don't have to dump a bunch out. If you're doing just like a little thing like this, just take it from your top so you're not wasting your paint, because that's going to be more than enough. This is a little different blue, but we'll see how it turns out. I kind of like it. You could also, you don't have to paint these too. You could probably color them because they're just very, very light wood in color. I'm just kind of painting it blue right now just to kind of give it a little pop. All right, we're going to stick this over here to dry for a minute. Put that in the water. You still with me? All right, what I was looking at was I did 2 pieces of that little raffia stuff, and I'm going to put that firework right in the middle as like a little embellishment. But we can hang this as, you know, wherever. I was telling everybody the places you can hang this is like the small places, like your bathroom or a little hallway, an entryway, you know, someplace small. I was going to see how this looked in it too. That might be a really cute thing. It wants to run that way, but look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got online and I did this with you guys. I think it's cute. So I want you, your homework is to think what you would do with your pocket, and if you think you could make one. Now, you don't necessarily have to use a napkin. You could use paper, scrapbook paper. You could use photos like of your grandchildren, like you were saying, Cindy. Anything like that is definitely possible. This isn't really dry. Let me dry this real quick. I'm excited now. Oops, I hope I didn't put that in my paint. I get all excited and sometimes I get stuff on me. All right. Also, when you're drying things with a little dryer like this, I get this off Amazon. It dries things really fast, but always use protection because it gets really hot. It just dries really fast. No, I know, right? One wouldn't. You have a lot of vegetables to eat this week, Cindy. How many vegetables do you have to eat this week to do one for each one? Oh gosh, that's funny. What I think I'm going to do too is I'll just use a paintbrush. It'll be okay. I'll use the paintbrush. I'm actually going to add the white as stripes. That's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it with just the acrylic because that will dry pretty quick. I'm just going to make my own white stripes. You guys get to see my lip. Like, whenever I paint and I'm concentrated, I do that. Does anybody have a funny habit like that when they're creating something? Gosh, I hope so. I'm not the only one, right? Oh, I'm excited about this. This is going to be so cute. Cindy, you got to go back and watch the video of the red, white, and moo with the cow one that I did. I designed this cow. You got to go back and watch it. It's so cute. It's been my favorite live so far. But I don't know. This is coming up to being a second. You could take a toothpick if your star isn't shaped correctly. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll play with it later. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on there. And I kind of want to make it look like it's shooting, so I'm going to put it at an angle. And I'm just going to tack it on there. Oh, you did? Oh my gosh, I know. It's one of my favorite ones. It's hanging in my kitchen right now. I loved it. I don't want to give that one away. That's one thing. I cannot keep all my crafts. So you guys, once we start crafting more and more and more and more and more, I'm going to have to auction some of this off or give it away because Rob already told me I can't keep it all. So, okay. I think it's done, you guys. I don't want to do anything else to it because I'm really scared. I'm going to, I just kind of want to stick this in. I don't really want to glue it. So it keeps wanting to turn, but you guys will understand. Let me see if I can put it in there like that. There you go. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Which I apparently can't blow pinwheels anymore. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. Now, I might trim this down a little bit to where it'll come down. Do you love it? Oh my god, I see hearts. I see hearts. I'm so excited to see hearts. Definitely send me your hearts whenever you love something. It definitely brings the algorithm up and it helps me, you know, get to more people and inspire them. So always sprinkle. But I'm loving this, you guys. I think I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. You like my little firework embellishment I did? I think it's so cute. Now, I already gave some of the firecracker. Yes, I know. It just kind of came to me. So when I'm online with you guys, I just kind of think out loud and talk out loud, apparently, and things like that happen. So that's why I'm here and doing what I'm doing. So, if you guys sprinkle out, make sure you're sprinkling out and letting me know so I can send you some napkins. Cindy, if you want to try this, let me know, and I'll give you some napkins because I know you're in town. So, but I don't mind. I also have these. These are cute. This would be cute for like a background for like your pictures that you were talking about. But yeah, we have plenty of ideas, things that we're going to be doing. I think I'm done with this craft, but one quick thing I was going to show you guys for the start of summer is I want to give you an idea to encourage, and this may help your grandchildren as well, Cindy, but I was at Dollar Tree and I saw these notebooks, and I know we're thinking, oh my God, she's not back to school yet. No, it's not, but what I want to encourage is, and we're going to decorate one probably either on the next live or sometime this week, But I want to encourage summer journals. Summer journals for kids are really, really awesome because they can draw, they can put pictures in it, they can put a to-do list, bucket list for the summer, things like that. And it kind of gets them excited about the summer and things that they're going to be doing or things that they have done. And it keeps them kind of still writing and reading and being creative. So they're not just sitting in front of the TV all the time. So we're going to be making some summer journals, and it's not just for kids, you guys. It's for the adults too. I encourage journaling, and just kind of writing down your thoughts. It's good for our mental health, and it's just something that I want to encourage. So on the next live, or sometime this week, we'll be going over how to personalize and decorate your own summer journal, or journal if it's not just during the summer. So that'll be on our next list. I didn't get a chance to get everything I wanted today because I was rescuing somebody, but anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this craft. I think I'm gonna hop off for the night. Thank you for staying with me, and don't forget to sprinkle, and I will see you on the next live. Bye, guys.